All right, what's up, everybody? James here from Supra, and welcome to another edition of the Super dApp Builders series. With me today is Paul Burg. He is the co-founder of the DeCleanup Network and EcoSynthesisX. Paul, welcome to the Super dApp Builders series, man.
Hello, James. Nice to be here and glad to be part of Supra and excited to be part of the app show that will come.
Yeah, really excited to have you guys apply to the Super dApp Showdown. We're rooting for you guys, excited to see what you guys do and what you can bring to the Supra ecosystem. Just tell us a little bit about the DeCleanup Network. I mean, you guys have been around for a while. You have quite a bit of experience. You've built on another L2, an Ethereum L2, and you guys have really done a lot of work already. Give us a rundown about what the DeCleanup Network is as a whole.
Yeah, for the DeCleanup Network is the main, two main points. One is to tokenize cleanup efforts. So the one thing is to tokenize real world impact, as we call RVI. And in this case, the RVI is cleanup. And it could be one person who do cleanup, who stop on the road. You know, we have some Japanese communities, Japanese family with kids who stop, do cleanups, and then they upload their impact and they get reward and they get their rank. So this rank is an NFT, dynamic NFT, and they can reach level 10. So the main things here is to inspire, a part of tokenize, but moreover inspire communities and individuals to do cleanups or to be more aware about our environment, about garbage, about recyclables. So we started a couple of months ago, and we have big milestones in ahead. For example, the main things right now is to activate communities. And as I mentioned, we start with the Japanese community, and we have a couple more. So basically, we want to activate a different community globally in America and Asia, in Europe and Africa, and we're already in touch with them. We already communicate and collaborate, and we prepare some campaign on that. So we might see in 1 year, I hope, we will see the big community, the community grow, the different people, one person, family, or 20 people interact with our dApp, and moreover do bigger impact for our environment and our planet. That's how I see it. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to incentivize people to take ownership of their communities, you know, and to look after their communities and create a sustainable environment for communities around the world. Do you have any insight for us into the mechanism of incentivization? Because this is always the hard part when it comes to the tokenization of real world dynamics, whether it's a real world asset or in this case real world impact. I love that. But of course, you're incentivizing people to get dynamic NFTs. How would those dynamic NFTs hold their value, and what about them is valuable enough to make people want to earn those dynamic NFTs?
Yeah, James, that's interesting and important questions. I will go straight to incentivizing. So we as EcoSynthesisX plan to our next big thing, impact marketplace. So we are that impact marketplace, the people who has already DeCleanup NFT, like from 1 level to 10th level. So they will able to stake this impact product, this DeCleanup dynamic NFT, and get rewards in our impact token, or for example, different region tokens like Earth or USD Glow. I don't want to mention it right now because we're not fixed it yet, but for sure it will be the token from impact marketplace that they can further contribute or donate to different projects or take part for themselves. So we will provide this ability, take all or take part for yourself, swap it and buy whatever, or you can donate it or contribute it to project that you like. It could be cleanup project, or it could be animal care project, or it could be some environmental project that work with composting, like EcoSynthesis or EcoTalent Foundation here. And that's the main part for incentivization, because we think that that's important to get this. I'm not sure will it be enough or not, but we will try our best. For this, in this case, we might have on our impact marketplace the ability for users who do cleanup apply not only for DeCleanup reward, but also for other project rewards. Because we have a couple projects who grant tokens for cleanups. For example, you do cleanup and you upload your proof and you get some tokens. So we might create this one gate portal for them, and by this they can get 3x of rewards. And this may be already a bit bigger. But I want to say that sometimes it could be nice money if it's big community and the community did clean up big one. It could be like 300 $500, for example. Okay, not every time, of course. Yeah, we understand that, but it can be tangible money. Depends on where you are. Maybe North America is not, but if Africa or South America or some Asian countries, that will be more tangible for them.
Wow. And so you mentioned there the impact token. Obviously, DeCleanup as a network has its native token. Talk to us a bit about its utility and its tokenomics so far. I mean, DeCleanup has been around for a while already, and we're excited to welcome you into the Supra ecosystem, but already you have been around. So talk to us a little bit about the utility of the impact token and its tokenomics.
Yeah, the impact token will be, main utility will be on impact marketplace, as I mentioned. We plan to use it as a rewards for impact owners. So, for example, DeCleanup users or impact product owners, we have two collections. One that released already Clean Pangan impact products that tokenize the impact produced by community here on Pangan who do cleanups already 5 years. So they do big impact. It's like about 60 tons of garbage collected on the beach, in the jungles. So we tokenize retro impact that they did already. So if people own this impact product in the form of NFT, as like DeCleanup NFT, they can stake and they can get rewards. And the impact token will be the main reward there. That's the first utility that we want to deliver. The next utility we want to people to be able to vote with this token on quadratic funding rounds. And if you may be not familiar with this, quadratic funding is like special and fair method how to distribute rewards or capital on chain. So it's going through the voting system. So they can use this impact token to vote or to nominate some project. If they think that this project wants to get funds, they will be able to nominate. And the third thing that we think that's very important, when the people get opportunity to get this reward, to get this token, they also will have opportunity to do like, okay, I will take 50% for me, and I will bring the 50% for projects. This project that worked with animals, or this project that work with the environment sphere, or this project that work with education, for example. So we bring them opportunity to distribute this token whatever they want for themselves or for another projects. And this like three main utility, I cannot deliver more because we not release alpha, we just prepare it. So it will be next month. I'm not sure will we be in the time for season 1, but for sure we will be in time for season 2 on Supra. And we're glad to be on Supra and to release, maybe to release a token exactly on the Supra blockchain. And yeah, that's how we see what's behind. For sure, we will work on more utility, but we won't do any kind of utility because of speculation or utility because of that, or because if there is real utility, if there is real need for this token, if there is real need for this mechanic, it will be there. If there is no need for that, that won't be there. And for tokenomics, right now, I cannot bring the details, but I want to say about the distribution of this. 10% will go to team. 30% will go to development of impact marketplace, and the biggest part will go for community incentivize program. So the most part of the tokens will distribute for community. Not one day, because we care about the price dumping and all that, because we want people and user to have our tokens and to be able to swap it and to buy something in their real life. Because as you mentioned before, incentivization That's important. And people should feel that it's worth to do this as well. We understand that the cleanups that they do, that's not because of money, but we want to motivate them. We want to incentivize them to show globally, for global community and for people who wants to jump, that there is some microeconomic behind that. So for this purpose, we will working hard to keep price stable as possible, and we already have some vesting schedule and all of that. So I can share more on that when we're close to public sale or to launch, but it's not here so far. Yeah, I will tell you why. Because we public good project, we're a non-profit project in the Web3, and we're utilizing blockchain technology. And to work for money, I mean, to think about profit in the first place, it's not for us. We're thinking about impact in the first place. But I'm experienced entrepreneur as well. I'm an environmental scientist, I'm volunteer, I'm blockchain enthusiast, and I understand if you want projects to build sustainable, we need money as well. So that's why the 30% of token will go for development of impact marketplace. But there will be vesting schedule through the smart contract with all transparency as usual.
Yeah, and I really love that, Paul. I mean, you talk about the real need for utility. That is something that so few projects actually look into. They're just creating a token for the sake of creating a token. So to have that passion for real need and not wastage, that's really important for a sustainable project. It brings me to your products. I mean, you spoke about the marketplace product. Of course, the marketplace is going to be operating in the impact token, but you spoke about the Clean Pangan impact product that, of course, is currently in operation in Pangan in Thailand. You also have in 2 weeks' time the Eco Thailand impact product. So take us through those two products. Clean Pangan impact product is already in operation, but the Eco Thailand impact product as well. Tell us about these two products that you guys are deploying.
Yeah, I just bring the one remark why we have this approach for tokens, because we first of all public good project, and we really aim to bring blockchain technology and Web3 tools to on ground for real world activists, for real world non-government organization, for real world communities who do real impact. And we want blockchain technology to adopt there, to create some impact for them. So that's why we cannot waste our time to some illusioners, to some mechanics, just to pump and dump, or like we need to have some proper whatever. Will it works? Will it bring a huge impact or not huge? But for us, it's really important to have this approach: real utility, real usability. Yeah, that's important. Okay, back to that question that you mentioned about the Clean Pangan and Eco Thailand Foundation impact product. As I mentioned, Clean Pangan impact product you already can mint and you already can obtain, though we have no incentivize mechanic right now. But as impact owner, you will keep this NFT and you will be able to get incentivized in future. Moreover, you will be in the white list as early supporter, as OG for this. And for us, that's important. For us, it's real. For us, that's huge support, be honest. So Clean Pangan impact product tokenized the efforts that Clean Pangan community did and do here on Pangan, as I mentioned. And these impact products, they have 3 tiers and different price. And as you mentioned, they're on Optimism, layer 2 on Ethereum. And the buyers can obtain smaller impact and bigger impact. And then bigger impact you buy, then bigger impact value inside, then bigger incentivize and rewards you will get on impact marketplace. So this impact value represent real world impact that created by Clean Pangan. That's not just like something, that's real world impact created by Clean Pangan community in 4 years. So you obtain part of this impact in form of NFT and will be able to get rewards or resell it in future. The same approach for Eco Thailand Foundation. They bigger, they already work 8 years in Thailand, and they have big impact on different categories. For Eco Thailand Foundation, we have 5 categories, like composting, community education program, tree preservation program, waste management program. So each category represents the direction of their impact. and each direction contain their own impact. For example, for composting program, it's how many entities participate in this program. For tree preservation program, it's how many trees and what they did for this sphere, and so on. So these 5 categories, we tokenize them in form of different NFTs with different images, and the people will be able to buy these impact products. Start from level 1, that's kind of less impact, then go to level 2, that's more impactful, and so on. Level 3, level 5 is the most impactful. And the same as for CleanPangan impact product. In future, they can get incentivize, depends on impact value, and impact value depends on real world impact that done by EcoTalent Foundation. They will then more they have, then more they will get as rewards on the impact marketplace. After these 2, we want to say that is our MVPs, and they align with our vision how we want to make public good liquid asset. Because the main topic for this is how to bring more funds for real people, for real community who works on ground, who deliver real world impact and real world positive changes, because they need funds. And because they have leak of funds, because they not charge animals for animal care, they not charge environment to do cleanups, and so on and so on. And you know that sometimes people say, okay, that government should finance this. Yes, maybe ideal governments or whatever, but there is leak of that, the leak of funds. For example, CleanPangan, they pay for cars, they pay for equipment by themselves from their pockets. And that's okay, that's cool, but how much impact can you do by this way? Not much, actually. And we aim by this to empower them and to make a bigger impact. And these 2 entities, like EcoTalent Foundation and CleanPangan, they based on Pangan as well. That's why we started with them. We onboard them because there is one hard task. It's how to onboard communities and NGOs. They really don't know about blockchain. They don't use it. They don't understand why they need to use this, why they need to go there. It's a big part. It's a huge story. We did this onboarding with DeFi Pangan here. And so, yeah, that onboarding part is hard. But we want this, we need this. Because, again, we bring in Web3 tools and blockchain to real world, to people who work on ground, and they need to understand why they need to spend their time not to do real world impact, but go to blockchain and, for example, in our case, create impact products and start to sell it. So that's also our work to show them and bring this value, why they should go and do this. And in future, after this 2 collection, we already have data, we have experience, and we will implement as alpha feature for Impact Marketplace the ability for NGOs and communities to do impact products by themselves on Impact Marketplace. So they will be able, with guide, with our experience, with one click or like easy user interface, to create these impact products. We will provide all hosting, IPFAS, and all that. No worries for them, easy for them. So yes, that's what we want to see as an alpha feature there. And that's what we want to see after we created this first impact products collection for NGOs and communities. Yeah.
Sup everyone, James here from Supra, and I want to remind you real quick about the Super dApp Showdown. If you're looking to deploy a dApp on Supra's L1, you should enter the Super dApp Showdown because you could win yourself a slice of a $100 million ecosystem fund. In addition, you could get exposure to over 500,000 verified KYC users in our ecosystem, and in addition to that, you could appear on the Killer Whales TV show. That's the TV show where you present your dApp to VCs in the Web3 ecosystem, and that gets streamed on TV to over 600 million homes around the world on leading streaming services. All you got to do is head on over to supra.com/showdown, enter your details. We'd love to feature you, and we'd love to check you out in season 1 of the Super dApp Showdown. So head on over to that website and enter as soon as you can. But now let's say I am in Bangkok and I decide, hey, I want to go visit Pangang and go check out the area. Could I participate in the Pangang DeCleanup project? And if so, can I actually participate in that? And how do I do it? Is it simply downloading an app? Is it an easy thing for someone who's experienced with Web3? How would I do it?
First of all, welcome to Pangan. We will meet you here. And the Clean Pangan, they have offline cleanups every Tuesday in the morning. So you can just go and without MetaMask, without any blockchain, just physically go and clean up with them. But if you want to engage and get rewards as well, you just need to go to DeCleanup.net and apply your proof. So the proof is you clean up near your place or near road or whatever you want. You make some photos and you upload this proof. Then our community do validation, confirmation, send confirmation in our Telegram chat, and you will be able to mint your reward. And as I mentioned, there is like 10 levels. So come to Pangan, do cleanup with Clean Pangan or with us. We do sometimes cleanup on 22nd of every month. And you can join us as well. But yeah, it's easy. Actually, you don't need to go to Pangan or Bangkok. If you're at New York or if you're in Delhi or whenever you are, or at your countryside, you just can go whenever you want and do small cleanup or bigger cleanup. You can activate community. You can gather your relatives or friends or neighbors and do it whenever you want. You can make it once per week, once per month, or just occasionally once. And after that, you can get incentivized through DeCleanup.net, and you can get rank. Because also what we aim to do this is to bring ranking. I understand people do good things not because they want some things, but this world with blockchain, we can bring this rank. And you mentioned one important thing, one of our product that will follow after impact marketplace, it's in real life impact rank. So we build this rank system based on that impact product that we already released and will be released future. And by this, users will create their impact in real life impact rank that will allow to get them in real rewards and on-chain rewards. But I don't want to speak more because I prefer to deliver rather than speak. So when time comes, we will do this. But yeah, we're thinking about that as well, because that's good, that's good when people can show, look at this, I'm 20 years do cleanups. And you look on chain and you see like all confirmation, you see whatever, like it's NFT that's updated on chain and the history is there, all it's there, it's like old archive at government or state archive with all documents from the 1 century ago, right? So that's also special. But again, we call everyone to do cleanups whatever they want and whenever they want, without any or with our tool or with another project tool to incentivize or build rank or tokenize real world impact. That's important because by this, you show your neighbors, you show on Twitter, you show people that it's important, that's real, and the blockchain technology and in real use there, not only to make 1000x, not only with speculation perspective, and that's important for adoption of blockchain technology, and that's what we work in actually.
Wow. I mean, so basically what you're saying here, Paul, is that users can go and start earning rank, start earning dynamic NFTs right now. So I could go out onto my local street here in South Africa and take a photo. I would imagine this is my understanding. So I'm going to take a photo of the area in its current state, a sort of messy, untidy, littered state. Then a couple of my family and friends, we clean it up and we take another photo. We then upload that to DeCleanup.net. It's as simple as that? Connect my wallet and the community will verify that?
Yeah, that's simple like that. And we will handle other things that will be in future and we will deliver these mechanics further. But for now, it's like that. And moreover, you just need, for example, how do our Japanese friends and Japanese community? They just stop car with the family, they do cleanups, and they just make photos for like with bags of garbage or how they collect this garbage, and they upload it, yes, and they get verified by community pretty fast on that. And that's how it's work. Easy, maybe not super smooth as we design it, but we now do it gasless. That's important for now. It's gasless. There is only one transaction for now. We might change this, but whatever. We will not aim to charge people, because that's the one of the blocker for blockchain adoption. When people come, they see, okay, pay this, pay this, pay this, pay this. Why I need to pay if there is about incentivizing rewards? It stops people. So we try to implement this gasless approach. I know that's pretty hard, because actually projects who work, they earn money from this. Many blockchain projects, they earn money on transactions. So it's kind of, we should aim to have as much transaction as possible and charge by this. But with DeCleanup Net, we avoid this approach, at least for now. And if we implement something that will be totally, how would say, not stop people from onboarding to using the app. That's important. That's the main things. User first and impact first. Money second. That's our rule. Impact first, money second.
Yeah, I love that. The phrase there is removing the barrier to entry, or at least reducing the barrier to entry.
That's critical. That's critical. As much as possible, whenever it's possible. Because I see, I work already 1.5 years full time in public good and Web3 blockchain startup. I see what's going on. I use it a lot. And I know blockchain long time ago as just a user, let's say, right, with DeFi mechanics. And I know what's going on. People, projects appear here and there, and they charge money. They get transaction. They appear to not only deliver well, kind of, but more to transact and to charge people. I am not saying that they bad projects or they try to scam. No. That's life. Because by this they earn and they can keep building. We use a different approach. We mostly live and build on grants and donation. That's another part of the story.
Well, I mean, that's actually what I want to go into is your story, how you got here. Let's start with the aha moment. How did the idea for the DeCleanup Network come about? How did it come to you?
I want to say that the main idea and the main actions is from our co-founder Anastasia. She is not here right now, and for me it's more I was to create solution, from technical side, from this concept side, but emotional. We see a lot of garbage. We see what's going on the beaches. We see what's going on in jungles. We see what's going on the side of the road. As I mentioned,
and you're staying in. Are you in Thailand at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in Thailand, Koh Phangan Island right now, and we started our pilots here, and that's pretty interesting because these islands they have a lot of tourists, mass tourists, and I want to say that economical development here is pretty intense. And actually, the economic here is purely extractive. So they mainly extract profits, for sure, from tourists, from people who come, and the economy runs on that. In this case, they're not thinking about waste, they're not thinking about resources, they not care about environment. And we see how steadily and consistently there is degradation on this. And the garbage is one thing. For Asia, the garbage is a big thing. I want to say that we have here the burning facility. We have no recyclables here. I mean, not recycle centers here. The government collects some recyclables and sell it to the mainland, but main garbage here just burn to the open air without proper filters, without proper technology. And I'm environmental science, as I mentioned, and I was in a proper garbage factory. I know that there should be pyrolysis, there should be tall tubes and filters for that. And that's by the way how I started and why I started here before switch from for-profit job to non-profit job, because I try to find solution for that. But that topic is hard. So step by step, we decide to do impact when we can do this right now with these resources that we have right now. That's how we start with local NGOs and communities like Clean Phangan, as I mentioned, or Eco Talent Foundation. And we were lucky to be on the small island, relatively small island, when the problem dance and they obvious, they just like jump out to reality. And we're also lucky because foreigners here, not only foreigners, with locals, with Thai people, they activated and do some steps to develop activism and to develop communities of impact creators here. That's why we started it here, because all elements here. And one day we we start to think what to do, how it can be done, what can we deliver, how we can empower them, what can we do from our side, what impact should we do to empower them, to make them do bigger impact, and at least by that reduce negative impact by whole economy, whole extractive economy. And back to DeCleanup, as I mentioned, it's approach to tokenize real world impact, to tokenize cleanups. And we also start to thought how we can inspire, how we can motivate people to do personal cleanups, to clean up a little bit. And first of all, we understand that one man or woman cannot clean whole island, but at least we bring this seed that there is problem on that. And at least they do small action according to their resources and time. And that's important. And with DeCleanup, we can do it not only here on Pangan, we can do it globally. And as I mentioned before, we talked that one of our community activation campaign that started right now, and it will be full, I think, maybe before season one, dApp Supra showdown. To activate as many communities as possible globally. Not only individuals, but we have partners program, we have, let's say, brand kit, and we have the guideline how to start, how to easy do this, and how to get rewards and incentivize. So basically, back to your question, we decide, okay, if we're blockchain enthusiast, if I'm environmental science as well, what can we do? Let's bring blockchain Web3 tools on ground. Okay, let's try to create some methods, some tools, some dApps, some protocols to make changes on ground and to get this in use for in real life people and communities. And incentivize part, ranking part, and tokenization part is like three main options that are available for blockchain to go on ground.
It's incredible to think that an environmental scientist has seen the opportunity here to leverage Web3 technology to create a more sustainable environment. Tell us about your journey into Web3. Did you have experience in software engineering? I mean, environmental science is quite different to software engineering, and here you are very much involved in the engineering side of things when it comes to developing the network. Tell us about that journey from being an environmental scientist into becoming a Web3 co-founder.
Yes, I want to say that there is one part miss. I also entrepreneur, not right. Like successful, many capital and blah, 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 but I have entrepreneur mindset. And that's mindset bring me, okay, we have problem. How can we solve? What can we use? Element from this part, element from this sphere, element from this sphere, how we can combine. That's how we appeared. That's how we actually have idea to make public goods and in general liquid assets, how to make them to be attractive by investors, to be attractive from users, from people to buy them, to own them. Therefore, we can say capitalize public good, to bring real capitalism for public good. But now there is no market for this. And that's how we try this innovative approach, because there is no such model in the planet right now, according to our research. There is no market for public goods products. I want to say that entrepreneur skills and a vision really helped me and maybe encourage me, because I want to say that it's really hard job. When you work in non-profit public good, whenever it's blockchain or Web3, people can think that, oh, if it's blockchain, they have a lot of money, they have tokens. No, it's not for everyone. If you're a commerce project and you work for profit, maybe you can easily get 10 millions from investor because they're ready to invest in you because they see ROI, because you're a commercial project. But if you're a non-profit project or public good project, it's hard for investor to give this money because it's kind of philanthropy. They're not seeing ROI back because they aim to get capital back, not impact back, but capital back. And that's kind of reality. We'll work with this. That's totally okay. But that's why entrepreneur skills is really important here as well, because thinking on funding, how to get money, how to make sustainable our development, how to make sustainable our building, because our things, they require years. Right now we're 1 year, one and a half, let's say, but we need 2 more years or 3 more years. And for now, I aim to secure runaway and developer funds for 3 more years for us, that we can keep going and we can deliver all this roadmap that we talked before, all these products that we talked before, because we see it's like one vision that can bring some changes, maybe bigger changes, maybe smaller changes, but real impacts and on ground. And my transition, I'm from Russia, Moscow. I was born in Moscow. I left my country 9 years ago because of political reason, because of not really aligned value, and I'm a pretty political guy. I mean, I have my opinion, I have my vision, and if I'm not agree, I want to say, but it's a different topic. Whenever I started to travel in Asia, in the United States as well, I live in China. I kind of collect this experience. In Asia, it's like air pollution, huge air pollution, and the West problem. In US as well, the air pollution on the West Coast, for example, is huge. In Los Angeles, sometimes in New York, and other problem with West as well. So step by step, I also became a Web3 and blockchain enthusiast. But as I mentioned, from DeFi side, from this finance for DeFi using cases like stables, P2P, and all that. And eventually, I have no idea at that time. Everything just one day, everything just bring me on the crossroads of environmental activity in silence, blockchain things in Web3, and volunteer and philanthropy experience in my life. Because I before initiate a volunteer community in Russia and had experience in volunteering thing. I also volunteer in Sri Lanka, in the Jaffna area, that the area post-civil war. We went to different schools to show them different videos about countries, about war, to teach them a little bit English, to bring this a bit different perception again, not only war and struggling, especially for kids. So that was kind of crossroad when we start to develop, start to try. Of course, it won't be like one day that we just say, okay, it will be marketplace, impact marketplace, clean. No, it won't be. No, DeCleanup. It's not like that. It's all step by step, with our understanding of resources, with our understanding of design and feature that we want. Let's say rewarding and motivation element for users and the people on ground. I think that's how it happened. And now I'm here. As I mentioned, I left my full-time job in supply chain. I work in supply chain company. We found suppliers, produce goods, and mostly sell it and deliver to Amazon sellers in Europe and in United States. And one day I decide why I spend my energy there. Why if I have skills, if I have vision, if I can do impacts in real life and for better future, why not? It was that emotions and that thoughts. Of course, it was hard because I have no huge capital. Sometimes people think that they need to earn money first. First, they earn a lot of money, then they start and do what they want. Yes, but it's not working like that. Mostly for majority, that doesn't work like that. If you see that you want to do something and you can do something and you see that you have some skills to do this, go and try. And thanks Web3 and blockchain, we can obtain some funds to start and to deliver step by step. Not as on that pace as we want, of course, because not enough funding, as I mentioned, but at least to keep going, at least to try, at least to deliver MVP. And now, after 1.5 years, we have MVPs already. We have some funds. We have a lot of huge list of tasks what to do. And I like this. I hope that I am as a CEO will obtain enough resources to pay every teammate enough salary that they can switch full-time in what we're doing. But so far, most motivation, of course, is first of all innovation, and the second of all, better for world. Some new changes, some new mechanics, some new tools that can change at least a part, at least for a small amount. But yeah.
Wow. I love that, man. That is a beautiful story of passion and desire to see the world a better place. Nice. At the end of the day, that is one of the most powerful motivations is I'm out there, I'm doing this because I have a desire to make the world a better place. So really excited to see the progress of DeCleanup. Paul, thank you so much for your time, man, and your passion. This has been such a passionate interview. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you, James.
I love your journey, man. You can check out the website, dcleanup.net.
DeCleanup.net.
Yep.
That's true. And I invite everyone to visit EcoSynthesisX Twitter page or X account. And you will find a Clean Pangan impact product. And in a couple of weeks, you will find Eco-Talent Foundation impact product. Of course, we will announce this. And I also invite people to go to DeCleanup Net X account to get fresh news and to jump into. Then you can upload your impact, and we have pretty nice community on Telegram, and we're growing on that. I also invite you to, if you want to support us right now, maybe to donate through givers.io. It's a crypto donation platform. Then we have DeCleanup projects, and we have EcoSynthesisX project you can read, and you can use crypto to donate directly. So it will go directly without any charge to our wallets. Yes, that's the main things. Follow us on Twitter, on X, visit our products, try our products that we will deliver in future, because they in a line. It's not just like impact product and NFT collection separate. It's all in line. And we aim to bring this incentivize rewards rank for you, for users, for people who do good and people who want to be part of the good. Sometimes people in New York, as I mentioned, they can earn $20,000 per month, work in financial company in this bank, pay for their apartment $8,000 per month, but they're not doing for their soul. They're not doing something that good for environment, good for planet, but maybe they want to do this. And by this, by impact products and by future impact marketplace, they can exercise this, because we know when you buy impact product, you become the part of this impact product. If you own impact product, that you really own this, that means that you participate in this. Yeah, through money, through capital that inflow to the NGOs and communities, but you're part of economy. And by this, we hope to increase impact that's produced by on-ground activists and communities. That's we think that's important. That's our vision.
Your vision certainly is inspiring, and I can already see a lot of people are getting behind it. So guys, there you go. You've heard from Paul. Those are all the links and the URLs. We will place those in the description. We'll put them on X as well. Paul, thank you so much. And to our audience, guys, you heard it right here from Paul. Do something that inspires you. Do something that fulfills your soul. And what better way to do that in the Web3 industry? Paul Burg, the co-founder of the DeCleanup Network and the EcoSynthesisX dev house that have built the DeCleanup Network. Paul, thank you for joining us on the Super dApp Builders series.
Thank you, James. Glad to be here, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. Take it easy, and we look forward to seeing what's next. Bye-bye.